Right, Kaz, it's Britain's Strongest Man this weekend. The amount of talent that we have in Britain right now is extremely high. As you know, you've been to all the Giants live shows, you've seen the guys. The guys have 5 events this weekend. We've got the super yoke, Atlas stones, axle deadlift, dumbbell medley, and one more, the loading event. Who do you think is going to take the title?
Oh gosh, I wish Luke Richardson was competing. The Stoltmans, not sure what happened at the Arnold. They came in and went home, and maybe they were protecting their bodies and healing so that they could compete well in Sheffield. Favorite, really tough. I'm happy to see somebody like Pa there, just because he talks like me.
Pa's brilliant, isn't he?
He sure is. So champion, maybe Bish has recovered. The season has been punishing for these guys. To go abroad and compete like a Brian Shaw's event, come back and do 4 or 5 in just a few months is really demanding on these athletes. So it's anybody's podium top. I think I can probably frame it best this way, that the guy who gets through those 5 events and has the most points is probably going to
win. So you're not gonna put your
Oh, it's so hard. I mean,
I think it's a really difficult one to predict, because you look at, let's look at the lineup. You've got the current Britain's Strongest Man in Adam Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the 2019 Britain's Strongest Man Hicksy, who's been looking good the last few shows he's done, and these are good events for him. You've got the Stoltmans, who one of them's won World's Strongest Man this year, one of them's won 2 Giants Live, one of which was Europe's Strongest Man, 2 of the biggest names in the sport right now. You've got the likes of Paro Dwyer, Andy Black, who's just come out of nowhere to, what a beast that guy is, and give him a few years. Mark Felix is competing.
Who will never go away.
He's still competing. Just, Mark was in the first World's Strongest Man I did, and the last, and he's still going. He's just crazy.
Well, watching Hicksy do the dumbbell the other day, he's going to be a surprise in this competition, and I wouldn't doubt that he's going to be on that podium.
Well, you've had the pleasure of seeing what a lot of these guys have done, because a lot of the guys have come up to train with the kit. Who's impressed you?
Yeah, the Stoltmans are just so impressive because of their mindset. Luke has Tom convinced that he could be the world's strongest man. We'll see at Christmas how that works out when you see the show. And Luke himself is convinced that he can be the world's strongest man. And after winning the Europeans, it's just anybody's game. It really is. When I'm with each of these athletes, I truly want them to take first place. And I encourage them and motivate them to not only do their best, but to have fun, not get hurt, and get to the top of that podium. Problem is, I'm doing that with 10 athletes. So it's like, realistically, who's going to be the best? That's why I say it comes down to points. It comes down to who doesn't make a mistake. When we saw Tom and Evan go head-to-head in the stone loading, who could have written a better scenario when on number 4, Tom messed up. So did Evan instantaneously, and both of their marbles, 400-pounders, went shooting across the floor. It's like, how in the heck would that happen? And it did, and Luke stepped up and won.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
That's the fun thing with sport, is you never know exactly what's going to happen. We've got our ideas, I've got my predictions, but it's always fun to see what happens, and I think it's going to be an amazing show.
Tom, if he doesn't mess up, Luke, Hicksy, Bish, Andy Stones are like, where did that come from? He's become an expert overnight.
Do you know he's only been training for 2 years?
Yeah.
Let's give him another 2 years and see what he's like then, when he's got some shoulders on him.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy, great personality, and truly driven. And I don't think he understands his true potential at this point in time. But he's got a good trainer. Everything's going to work out for Andy.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be an amazing show this weekend. We will be there. Make sure you guys tune in to the live stream if you can't come to the actual show. Liz will put the link in the description below, and we'll see you guys soon. While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.